Guys, so as you saw in the title, yeah, Riot just made kind of new dragons. Yeah, she just updated dragon in the in this, as you can see, in the mid-season magic update, and yeah, it was freaking awesome. As you can see, there is one of it. Yeah, it looks great. So, um, this is some explanation, some magical updates. You know, they just updated one or two champions. They updated all the ability power champions, all the mages. I mean, and yeah, they also did an update on the AP items, and we're just gonna go for the dragons, as you know. Yeah, and there it is, elemental dragon. So basically, what Riot says here, it's that dragon nowadays, or it was not that important game like in the early game. You just did dragon for just kind of okay, it gives you a buff, but if you push the lane, if you win the lane, you just kind of okay, dragon doesn't matter anymore. And in LCS you kind of see them in the late game just doing the dragon and fighting for the dragon and barons, etc. And so Riot wanted to make that disappear. They wanted to make a different kind of dragon. They wanted the dragon to be more important game. So they decided to change it. Just kind of change it, and they did not uh, buff the buff from dragon, because that would be kind of overpowered. So they decided to make like 5 different dragons, and each one has a different passive and different buff. I mean, um, so the kind of thing is like when a dragon dies or a dragon spawn. I'm just gonna read this. Kind of for the first 35 minutes in the game, one of 4 elemental dragons will spawn. For the moment you take that one down, the minimap will indicate the elemental type of the next one. So, and it's visible for each team. Both sides can always know which dragon is spawning next. So, and then these stacks are different from each type of dragon you kill. Okay? And you have the fire dragon, you have the earth dragon, you have the water dragon, and you have the wind dragon. Wind dragon? I guess it's wind dragon. I don't know. So you're gonna go for the fire dragon. It's similar to the one we have now. It's just kinda, yeah, it's pretty much the same. So the fire dragon buff, it's like increases its champion killing power. I presume it gives you more AD and more attack speed, I guess. I guess it's that, because killing power is basically it's what you need in that to kill people. So, the other dragon is the Earth Dragon. The Earth Dragon just increases the turret and epic monster damage. So you will destroy turrets faster, and you will just like clean the jungle or something like that faster, which is pretty awesome. Then the War Dragon. War Dragon. It gives you health and mana regeneration. Okay, it's what you thought of a water dragon. So if you kind of in the lane, if you are those kind of guys that need mana, a lot of mana, those champions that need a lot of mana, or those guys that don't know how to run your mana, this is pretty helpful. And then you have the air dragon. I was going to say wind dragon. It's the air dragon. It increases out of combat movement speed. Okay, I think this one is the most weak, I guess, the most weak buff, the weakest buff, but you just kind of have more map control, but it doesn't help you much. So, as you could see, these dragons are really well designed, man. They look awesome. So the fire dragon looks like ours. The earth dragon, it's awesome. Like it looks like stone, man. It's earth, so it's really nice. And the war dragon, not it's cool though. And the air dragon. So after, as I told you, this is gonna these dragons, these four type of dragons are gonna spawn. Are gonna spawn in the for the first 35 minutes. So when those 35 minutes are over, the big guy is gonna spawn, and this big guy, it's Elder Dragon. So after 35 minutes into the game, all future dragon spawns become Elder Dragon spawns. The Elder Dragon is far more difficult to kill than the elemental dragons, so the other ones, gotta be careful. So taking him out grants a powerful burn over time on spells and attacks, and buffs that is stronger for each elemental stack you have. So for most dragons you've killed before, for the most stacks you have, this buff is gonna be even more powerful. So this is buff over buff, and it's kind of a buff burn buff, so kind of buff burn buff damage. God damn it! Wow. So if you have a lot of stacks on the kind of your team doesn't have any stacks on the dragon. Your team didn't kill any dragons. You're gonna be like, oh damn, I should have done it, because now the buff from the Elder Dragon is gonna be suck. It's gonna suck compared to the other one, the other teams. And if you kinda, oh okay, I should have done that dragon because now they kinda have more damage or mana regen. If you have kinda, you're against a guy that has a lot of mana and health regen, you're just kinda fucked. Depends on the type of champion you have, or the other one has, or the time of game you play. So if the other guy starts using a lot of abilities, he won't leave the lane because he has a lot of mana regen and health regen. But I forgot to tell you one thing. The buffs from the dragons up ahead, the elemental dragons, are stackable. Yeah, they are stackable. And one of the things that this is kind of, you like double things. And then if you have those stacks, it's kind of awesome with the buff from the Elder Dragon. It's awesome. I don't know, nothing more here. So this is gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be out for like, I don't know, a few weeks now, and I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it. I don't know if it's already on the PBE. I don't know. We'll just see. So that's for me. I'm just gonna leave you here with the dragons, and thank you for watching, and see you guys.